Tomorrow I wash the car. In my T-shirt.
I can't believe you told him.
I can't believe you dream about him.
I can't believe everybody doesn't.
Nothing defines an era like the faces we welcomed into our living rooms each week. But when the cameras turned off, some sitcom stars vanished from the spotlight almost overnight. Count down the 10 most surprising disappearances and find out what really happened when the laughter faded. Number 1. Danica McKellar from the Wonder Years. Let's go back to the final school bell of the early 90s, where Danica McKellar captured every heart as Winnie Cooper on the Wonder Years. When the show wrapped up in 1993, fans braced for her next big TV moment. But instead of another sitcom stage, Danica chose textbooks over spotlights. Trading auditions for calculus, she stunned Hollywood by enrolling at UCLA and later publishing math books, including Math Doesn't Suck, that encouraged countless kids to give STEMs a second chance. For those who tuned in each week, her vanishing act felt seismic. The elusive girl next door had really gone next door, this time to a library. Winnie's absence signaled the end of a softer, gentler era in television growing up stories. And as credits rolled on her childhood fame, an entire generation realized the storybook suburbs of the Wonder Years were now just memories in the rearview mirror. Number 2. Lisa Bonet from The Cosby Show. Cool, bohemian fashion and effortless attitude. Lisa Bonet as Denise Huxtable was the unfiltered soul of The Cosby Show in the late 80s. Her character was your artsy friend, the one who'd show up in mismatched earrings and challenge every family rule. But behind the scenes, Bonet's need for creative control often led to tension with the show's producers. In 1987, she made a splashy move to headline the spin-off A Different World, only for her role to shrink after the first season. Lisa drifted toward the world of indie films, drawn away from the bright sitcom lights and studio schedules. Fans felt her absence. Denise's quirky, bold presence was irreplaceable in the Huxtable lineup. Her story is a reminder that sometimes the brightest stars prefer life just out of the spotlight, searching for something more than network applause. As the screen dimmed on Denise, primetime lost a bit of its original flair, and viewers sensed the shift. Next up, another familiar face who quietly stepped away from the buzz. Number 3. Josh Saviano from the Wonder Years. You remember Paul Pfeiffer, the quintessential best friend, quirky glasses, earnest heart, always a step behind Kevin Arnold in the Wonder Years. When the show wrapped up in 1993, Josh Saviano, who brought Paul to life, took a path sharper than any sitcom twist. Instead of joining a parade of reunion specials or new roles, he quietly retired from acting and headed to Yale, choosing law over limelight. For years, sightings of Saviano were so rare, the internet brewed wild theories. Some even joked he became Marilyn Manson. But Saviano actually turned his focus to being a lawyer in New York, steering clear of showbiz for decades. His absence left a genuine void for fans of sidekick characters, the every kid types who made growing up on TV feel just a bit more real. Strange how one missing friend can make an entire era feel a little less whole. Ahead, we explore more familiar faces who quietly faded into new lives. Number 4. Erin Moran from Happy Days. Crackling with the energy of the 1970s, Happy Days introduced us to the ever-bright Joni Cunningham. Erin Moran played the role with a blend of shy sweetness and spunky charm, forever earning her spot in primetime history. Audiences watched Joni grow up on ABC's iconic sitcom, and by the time Joni Loves Chachi debuted in 1982, Erin had cemented her place in millions of living rooms. Yet, once the spin-off wrapped, Hollywood's doors quietly closed. Roles grew scarcer as she left the teenage years behind, echoing a challenge many former child stars know too well. Fans searched for updates, clinging to high school yearbook memories and the gentle theme song. No matter how distant Erin became from the screen, those moments as Richie's little sister linger. Her light in Happy Days reminds us how fame can flicker, leaving only the familiar glow of reruns to fill in the silence. The next story reminds us why these faces never quite fade from memory. Number 5. Jaleel White from Family Matters. The sound of suspenders snapping, a nasal catchphrase, and suddenly the room erupted. Nobody embodied lovable awkwardness quite like Steve Urkel. From 1989 until Family Matters wrapped in 1998, Jaleel White turned that quirky next-door neighbor into an icon. Kids repeated, "Did I do that?" in lunchrooms coast to coast. But when the credits rolled one last time, Escaping Urkel's shadow proved nearly impossible for White. The very glasses and high-pitched persona that had launched him to stardom left casting directors hesitant. Despite guest appearances and a few sitcom pilots, he never again found a role that clicked with America. The 90s moved on, and so did television. Yet for every millennial who heard that accordion squeeze, there's a pang of curiosity, wondering if somewhere out there Steve Urkel might just step through another door, suspenders and all, one more time. Let's pause for a second. Did you ever wonder what happened to your favorite sitcom stars after the shows ended? Which disappeared actor or memorable catchphrase do you secretly hope makes a comeback? Share your favorite vanished character below. Number 6. Amanda Bearse from Married with Children. Amanda Bearse was the sharp-tongued, endlessly exasperated Marcy Rhodes Darcy, next-door nemesis to Al Bundy on Married with Children. For over a decade, from 1987 to 1997, she was television's reigning sassy neighbor. But when the Bundys finally left our screens, Amanda Bearse quietly pivoted away from the sitcom spotlight. Instead of chasing more on-camera fame, she found her calling behind the scenes, directing episodes of shows like Dharma and Greg and The Jamie Foxx Show. Bearse's decision was grounded in a love for storytelling, but also a quest for privacy. No more tabloid glare, no daily set grind. For die-hard fans, Amanda is still Marcy, organizing the neighborhood, side-eyeing Al, and trading quips from behind those iconic big glasses. Yet, while others clung to center stage, she built her second act from just out of frame. These days, the Bundys' world feels like a house frozen in time, its doors forever just a little ajar in case Marcy comes knocking again. Number 7. Michael Richards from Seinfeld. You can picture him sliding into Jerry's apartment, hair wild, moves unpredictable. Michael Richards turned Kramer into a sitcom icon on Seinfeld, lighting up Thursday nights for 9 seasons on NBC. After the show's climactic finale in 1998, Richards tried to extend his comedic reach, even starring in The Michael Richards Show in 2002. But the magic just didn't catch. Then, in 2006, the unthinkable happened. During a stand-up set in Los Angeles, Richards unleashed a shocking onstage tirade that spread like wildfire, erasing years of goodwill in a matter of minutes. The fallout was swift and enormous. One of TV's most beloved oddballs vanished almost overnight, retreating from acting, interviews, even the everyday spotlight. Fans still remember that gut punch moment, the sudden silence after decades of laughter. The role of Kramer remains, untouched and iconic, but the man who played him stepped off stage, leaving an echo in the world he once ruled. As the laughter faded, so did the curtain, ushering in a new era for Seinfeld reruns, and for Richards himself. Number 8. Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley. The sound of laughter echoed in living rooms when Cindy Williams played Shirley Feeney, half of the legendary duo alongside Penny Marshall in Laverne and Shirley. Her quick wit and sunny charm helped power the show's massive success after its debut in 1976, making her a household name. Yet by the 8th season, Cindy's sudden absence left fans reeling. Creative clashes behind the scenes and tough contract talks ended with her walking away just as the series reached its conclusion in 1983. Williams tried her hand at other sitcoms, chasing that nostalgic spark one more time but never quite recapturing the magic. The chemistry between Laverne and Shirley simply couldn't be bottled or rebooted. For viewers, her exit was more than a plot twist. It marked the end of an era. And in that quiet aftershock, the echoes of their Schlemiel Schlemazel opening never felt more bittersweet. Number 9. Mark Linn-Baker from Perfect Strangers. You remember Larry Appleton, always earnest and a bit unlucky, doing his best to keep up with wild-eyed Balky on ABC's Perfect Strangers. Premiering in 1986, Mark Linn-Baker brought Larry's blend of anxiety and warmth to living rooms across America, guiding the sitcom through 8 seasons of mismatched roommate magic. When the show took its final bow in 1993, viewers expected to see Mark soar through television and film. Instead, he quietly slipped back behind the curtain, returning to his first love, the theater. Linn-Baker did land occasional guest spots, think Law and Order or a random sitcom cameo, but his presence on the small screen dwindled. For kids raised on the hijinks of Cousin Larry, his vanishing act left a hole where sitcom quirkiness once lived. Still, if you close your eyes, you can almost hear that theme song, reminding you that sometimes even main characters are ready for quieter stages. Number 10. Tina Yothers from Family Ties. Neon headbands, big hair, and fast-talking banter. Tina Yothers was the youngest Keaton sibling Jennifer on Family Ties, the NBC hit that defined Thursday nights from 1982 to 1989. For 7 seasons, viewers watched her grow up in that iconic living room, trading jokes with Michael J. Fox and Justine Bateman. But when the last credits rolled in 1989, Tina did something few child stars dared. She left the spotlight behind. Rather than chasing another sitcom, she chose the rhythms of ordinary life and poured her energy into music, even fronting a band called Jaded. Years later, she would explain in interviews that fame never felt quite right. Normalcy beckoned louder than another audition. Fans kept hoping for her triumphant sitcom return, but Tina Yothers was content crafting a quieter legacy. Her story is a reminder that sometimes refusing to chase more fame is the boldest script flip of all. And in the silence after the applause, we're left to wonder about the roads not taken and the faces we barely recognize today.